Sup YouTube, this is Game on Cloud 9 with a Naruto Manga 557 prediction rant. I just have to say, this chapter was okay. It wasn't really the best, I guess you could say. It was just a bit slow. But anyway, I could put up with it. But it started off with Gaara fighting against the Mizukage. We found out Mizukage is part of the Hozuki clan. So Gaara's kind of having a hard time fighting against him since his body can reform and change shapes as it's like water, but it's and then not only is it like water, but I guess it's kind of oily too, so it's destroying our sand. And then we also saw the Tsuchikage finally managed to find where the clam was hiding, and the real Mizukage, so he managed to destroy the clam. And while doing that, he hurt his back, which it's kind of messed up. But next scene after that, we saw how the Mizukage walked up with, I guess it was called water style water gun or something like that. It's from the Huzuki clan, and he shot him with it. And I remember when I saw this, I'm just thinking like, did he die? Like, did he really die? Like, I mean, it's gonna sound terrible, but I was actually gonna be a little happy that if he was gone, because then there was gonna be a casualty in the war. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some. I still think, even though he didn't die in this recent chapter, I still think he's gonna die. But I'll get into that in a minute. Anyway, we found out it was just a clone that Gaara had made out of sand, and that the real Tsuchikage, he was actually, I guess right alongside Gaara. So they decided Gaara decided to try to seal him up or whatnot. He made a giant pyramid to put the Mizukage in. Then all the ninja threw their little kunai tags and whatnot with the sealing tags on them and tried to seal him away. And then he busted out of the sand with a big explosion with a technique I think called a Joki Boy. I think that was what the name of it was. So yeah, it was kind of interesting to, to see that technique, especially since they said that Mu didn't even know how to deal with that technique. So it was a bit surprised to me, like again, it was kind of a slow chapter, because I guess the thing is, it didn't seem like a lot really happened. I feel like they just made like two moves and that's what happened. But I'm kind of psyched to see what Joki Boy actually does. It's they even said Mu didn't know how to deal with it, and Mu's ancestors created the move. So it's kind of interesting to see that. But what happened to I'm just wondering what happened to Sasuke. Where is Sasuke at? I mean, I'm not, going nuts for Sasuke. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I gotta see Sasuke," but I'm kind of wondering when's he gonna really enter the war. Because Kishimoto showed us that. But besides seeing Sasuke, I'm just kind of wondering as far as the Tsuchikage goes. I still think he's gonna. I think he's gonna die in this battle. It makes sense to me for him to die in this battle. He's all fatigued. He's tired. If you guys have been watching, he said he was out of chakra. He couldn't use his dust style technique anymore. He's old. I'm like, Gar, he seems a bit tired right now. I'm like, I mean, Gar, of course, has more stamina than he does since, Onoki is an old man, but I'm like, it just seems fit for him to die. I just can see it. I can see something happening to where Gar can't avoid a move from the Mizukage and the Tsuchikage taking a blow for him, or at least being mortally wounded, to the point where, he can't fight for the rest of the war. I can just see that happening. It would make sense to me. And I'm still thinking Mu is going to come back. I don't know when, but he never finished his sentence. What would have been the point of that if he was never going to come back? What would have been the point of him even getting ready to say something? And when he was about to say some chapters ago, before he got sealed up, sounded like something that I mean, it didn't sound like he was just upset over the battle. It sounded like he was trying to forewarn them of something. So I'm really thinking that Mu may even come in here. Maybe they start to get the upper hand on the Mizukage, possibly, which I doubt it, because Tsuchikage already seems like he's out of it, and Gar seems like he's having a hard time. He can't even seal him up. But if they are getting upper hand, I could just see Mu just coming up and just changing the tide of the battle. And who knows? Maybe the Akatsuki may actually take this. Maybe they may actually win this battle, which would be a surprise. And to me, nobody out there could complain, because a lot of people have been saying this war has been one-sided, but then it wouldn't be one-sided anymore. Katsuki would have actually had a victory, and it wasn't by, Madara, it wasn't by Sasuke, it was by some of the Edo Tensei bodies. So, those are just my thoughts. what I'm really thinking may happen. That's basically what I think is gonna happen next chapter. But anyway, just rate, comment, subscribe to my channel, please. Be nice. And anyway, see you guys later.